Okay, welcome back to the front line. Last time we made a bit of noise in Vremel here, and we're moving between Vremel and Freeland. We've got a little bit of damage on the team, but we're looking alright. Thinking about what I want to go for in this session, we now have the components needed to get the radio uplink upgrade, and I would quite like to get this. It equips the base with a comm system capable of reaching resistance forces and allows us to call on the home guard for help. And then if we have sufficient reputation with those forces, we have the option to call them in before combat. Higher the reputation, the more forces will be committed. Losing the units will reduce our reputation, but victories can increase it. This seems like a really useful tool to have. The other thing just to quickly check on is we've got our team here. Patchwork with the heavy launcher and handgun. I really want to do something about that. I'm not enjoying this heavy launcher. Hotshot with the railgun, repeater, and shield. The Distracted Muskrat with the Vulcan heavy gun, and the Wifflebat with the beam laser, which is proving to be top tier. I really wish I'd kept that common beam laser I picked up last time, and I could give that to the Patchwork because it's really not doing very much with this heavy launcher. But that's okay. What we're going to do is, just looking at the situation here, there is something here, and that symbol is a symbol for a convoy. So what I would like to do is chase that and maybe see if we can capture it. We'll see where they're moving and if we can locate them. Looks like they are heading into Vremel just by their movement. So if we get close to them, we have to wait until we are repaired before we use our stealth or our cruise modes, because that will reveal us to them and we'll stop repairing. What I think I might do is wait until they're in Vremel before we hit them, rather than attacking them in, what zone is this? In Hosfred. Hosfred is just a little bit scarier. So we're just going to wait for them to get into the zone, and then we're going to dash at them with overdrive. I think this will affect any reinforcements they may get. Alright, we're going to go for them now. Oh, no. We hit them on the border. It's a level 158, level 3. I have the option here to radio for help. I think I'm going to try it. We have 1 reputation. Let's use it. Let's see what it says. Thanks to your reputation with the Home Guard, you can call their forces to join this fight. Doing so will cost 1 rep point. Victory with the Home Guard, no Home Guard losses will increase rep by 1. The strength of their forces will depend on your total reputation. So probably not going to get very much here, maybe a tank, but I think every little will help. If I remember right, we did pick up some equipment last time. Yeah, we've got some slightly better arms by the looks of it. An uncommon medium arm at level 2. Let's see if we can equip that on somebody. Who's maybe taking a lot of damage. Patchwork isn't really in melee. Let's have a look at the status of Hotshot. They're equipping a level 1 Elbrus arm on their left arm. It's the right arm that's the important arm. They've got a level 3 Nox arm there. So let's put the arrow. It's less integrity, more barrier. This has a lot of integrity. This also has a lot of integrity, but it has barrier on it. I think I'm happy to leave those pieces there. Let's have a look at what the Patchwork has. Patchwork is rocking on its right arm a level 2 Nox with 177 integrity. That's pretty good. On the right arm, they've got a level 1 Elbrus. Let's replace that. I'm really sad that the Patchwork isn't picking up any colors. Let me just check it doesn't have any livery applied to it. I'm really wanting it to become more colorful, but that's just not happening right now. We only have 2 pieces with livery on them. Let's have a look at our enemy forces here. We're dealing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 enemies. Looks like we have 4 reinforcements. We're deploying, because they're blue rather than green. It's probably going to be an easy because we're getting 45. Look at that. You can see here, we're getting 45 strength worth of reinforcements from the Home Guard. 2 points to capture. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 enemies. So this is a pretty big fight. Let's see how we go. I think the biggest thing is here, as long as the enemy doesn't got a lot of launchers, we should be okay. There's the team looking cool. I really, really like the look of Wifflebat at the moment. That beam laser is amazing. Let's start combat. Okay, let's see what we've got. 1, 2, I think I've got 4 enemy mechs. That's like a shotgun mech there. A heavy launcher mech. Okay, this is going to be a big fight. When do our Home Guard allies come in? That's the big question. Okay, there's a lot of enemies here. Incoming allies in 1 turn. Home Guard units are approaching our location after receiving our call for help. So we've got a heavy launcher and shield mech here. We've got a shotgun and compact launcher mech here. Shotgun compact launcher mech here. Do I see a 4th? Yeah, there's also a shotgun handgun. So this heavy launcher mech is one of our biggest threats. We need to take him out pretty quickly. What we'll do is I'm going to get the Distracted Muskrat. Can you dash up here? You can't. I could get you to dash to here and then up to here. It would mean you're going to take this missile strike. I don't even think you've got line of sight. I'm not going to take this shot, but if I do this, do you even have line of sight on him? No, it's not going to get line of sight. Maybe we're not going to do that. Well, this mech running down here looks like a perfect target for our beam laser. So how soon can we... We're going to start shooting at him straight away. So let's do that, and let's just do a little gentle move to the right. We're not going to move too far because we don't want the beam laser to miss. But if we move to here, and maybe to here, that should mean we hit the whole time as he's coming down towards us. We do have missiles incoming, but if you look at that missile trace from him, just over here on the right, this mech here, all of its missiles are going to clip this building, which means it's not going to hit us. Who else is shooting at him? This shotgun mech is also shooting him. I'm not too worried about that. Is anyone else firing on him? No. So he's pretty safe to just stand there and shoot. I don't think he's going to get cool enough to fire again this turn, but I could just start his second shot at him as soon as this turn ends. And he's not going to do anything exciting. He's going to move over and shoot, get out of the way. Let's then take the hot shot, and he can actually hit this mech through cover. We need to get the... Actually need to maybe get... who's this again? We need to get Patchwork out of the way, because Patchwork's blocking where I want to put him. The game, by the way, thinks we're very badly outmatched with the music it's playing right now. It is reactive to the environment, and it thinks we're in a really bad state. What if we get Hotshot to move here, and then from this position fire? It's not going to be able to hit him, unfortunately. If I leave him here, though, he can hit him straight away. That's a good opening barrage. Now, who's shooting at you? Nobody's shooting at Hotshot, so Hotshot doesn't really need to move this turn. So when he gets cool enough, he can shoot at him again and hopefully do a lot of damage. Muskrat here is taking missile fire. If I brought Muskrat down here, just look how long it takes him to move, and got him to fire from here, could he actually hit him from underneath the bridge? Maybe for the start of the attack, but probably by the end of the attack he's going to be moving up. I think I'm still going to do that. It puts him in a nice low position where it's going to be difficult for the enemies to hit him. So do we have orders for everybody? Patchwork hasn't got orders yet. First thing first, I want Patchwork to launch missiles. Why don't you just shoot at this mech here? Are they going to hit? Yeah, it looks like they're fine to hit. Then, once you finish shooting, I'm going to make you do a wait command. I'm actually going to get you to run under the bridge. Can I get you to do that? If I maybe click you here. Then, can I not get you to run under the bridge? Is that not possible? Okay, I can't get you to run under the bridge. That's unfortunate. That's where I really wanted to move them. I don't think I can move you through these mechs here without colliding, can I? I can. Okay, let's bring you back. Let's bring you up on this hill where you're in a good position to launch more missiles, and I'll get you to launch at this mech here. Are they going to hit? I'm a bit worried about the angle, but we'll see if they do. They should be okay. And then you're going to be too hot to do anything. So let's see how this hardpoint works. The big damage here, I think, is going to be from the beam laser shooting at the 3 tanks, or the mech and 2 tanks, that are heading down in this direction. Let's go. Okay. Allied reinforcements are approaching. That is the hottest drop I have ever seen in my life. In fact, one of those tanks is dropping into the field of fire of our minigun. This guy did not take a lot of damage. This guy has taken quite a lot of damage on his shield at his left arm. We've got missiles incoming here. He's taken a fair amount of damage there. You've not taken much damage yet. This is a problem. What I really want to do is get him, as soon as he's cool enough, which is going to take a while, to switch targets to this group here and just start shooting at them. Are you taking a lot of fire this turn? 1 tank is shooting at you. That is it. In terms of you, you're taking very little fire this turn as well. Why don't we just get you to open fire on this mech is too close. Why don't you just shoot... Actually, he's going to be too far away. He's got 20% chance to hit's really low. You could hit him. We just have to be very mindful of the position of the Wiffle Bat while you're shooting at him. So the Wiffle Bat, I want to keep firing this turn. Let's get you to just sight... Oh, you're taking shotgun fire. That's not great. That's really not great. It does mean you can move backwards, though, because your target's going to be stationary while you're stepping away. So why don't I get you to move to here, and then up to here, where you're out of line of sight. This guy's going to shoot you with a shotgun as well, which I don't like, but you do have a barrier, and you should regenerate a little bit. And as soon as you're cool enough, why don't you shoot at him, and it should clip through some enemies. Disruptive Muskrat's got his orders. You've got your orders too. Patchwork, are you taking much fire this turn? Not really. I want you to focus on this mech here. Launch missiles at him as soon as you're cool enough. And then do the same thing again for me, please. Just when you're here. And we have to hope that these allies don't drop in too hot, because I really want to get the increased loyalty. Let's see how we go with this. Okay, his shield just got destroyed, but he's still in one piece to fight. He's taking some pretty significant damage. He's about to go down. This mech here, which seems to be like a leader mech, is taking a hell of a lot of damage. He is still in a pretty good position, although I think he's too hot to fire right now. Let's have a look at what allies we got. We got a autocannon tank, a cannon tank, an autocannon tank, and a cannon tank. And I don't have control over them. I can't give them orders. I can give them orders, but they've got orders automatically, so I think I can overwrite their orders. I probably don't want to mess with them, although they're making some really bad choices. Can I cancel your orders? I can. Okay, cool. Cool. Right, you need to back up to here, and then I need you just to shoot stuff. So come here, shoot him with your cannon, and as soon as you're cool enough, why don't you shoot him with your cannon? All right, let's deal with the rest of them in a minute. You've taken some fire, but you're looking all right, not great. Why don't I get you to come down here, just get out of line of fire a little bit. When you're down here, you should get cool enough to launch missiles at him. He's starting to look pretty badly damaged. That's all you can do this turn. Hotshot's in a great state right now, not taking any damage, so I'm pretty happy to leave it on this hill where it hopefully will attract some fire. Why don't you... He's out of range. What have you got for me, Hotshot? You can shoot at him if he survives, but he's already taking a lot of damage here, and I think... how much firing is left on the beam laser? Try to cancel. Beam laser has... So he's gonna... The beam laser's gonna kill him. I think it's... Like, there's no doubt the beam laser's gonna kill him. So there's no point in wasting fire on him. Why don't you shoot at this mech here, who's kind of waiting patiently in the queue to come down? So shoot at him. That's all you can really do when we just slip a shield in here from in this direction, just in case anyone is shooting at you, because I seem to be missing some of these shots, even though it doesn't look like anyone is shooting at me. You are super hot. I actually want you to back up a little bit while you're shooting. Just come back this way. It's going to make you more inaccurate, but I don't really care. You're too hot to keep firing this turn. So just come back until you've finished cooling down. You've got attack, you can attack. The only one left is our beam laser guy. Now, we did miss a little bit last turn because I was trying to move him around. So let's be aware of that. Let's keep you until you're finished waiting. Then let's get you to tuck into the side of the building here. And as soon as you're cool enough... Whoops, don't eject. Let's get you to open fire on probably this tank. And start taking some vehicles out. Okay, now we're going to deal with our allied tanks, which aren't on the map. So this tank here, the problem we've got here is these autocannon tanks are very short range, but I can move it here and get it to open fire on him, and it should get a better than 0% chance to hit. What is that? 71% chance to hit. So it can just burn at him until he's gone. We'll give it a wait command because that is a locked weapon. And then I want it. I'm a bit scared of it driving across the bridge, to be honest, but I'll get it to come down the bridge here until it's in this position here, and then it can start shooting at that tank next turn. This tank here, I kind of don't want you to move because I'm a little bit scared of what's going to happen to you if you do with the holes in the bridge around you, but why don't you just start shooting as soon as you land? You do have a shot on this tank here, so take that shot. You can take that shot straight away. And then when you're cool enough, why don't you shoot at this mech here? And then we have this tank here. Let's move you... Oh, you're doing lots of movement. Hang on. Let's move you to here, and then open fire on this tank. And then as soon as you're cool enough, why don't you open fire on him as well? Okay, this is going to get messy. This is already very messy. There's a lot of units. The only good news is these units are all kind of blocking each other. Let's see what happens. That mech down here just went down. That mech there just took a lot of damage. Okay, that's an amazing beam weapon shot. Look at that. Look how cool that is. He's going through the two tanks at the same time. That's amazing. What else is going on in here? That's, looks like railgun fire going straight through him, which is cool. This mech here just got melted and obliterated. Look at those railgun shots. They just go off forever. That's actually really scary. They go off forever. And let's bring the UI back up. Okay, let's see what we've got. You have lost your right arm, your left arm. You are destroyed. You are still in the fight. I was certain you were going to die, but you are also still in the fight. This tank here is still in the fight. This tank here is still in the fight. So we have a lot of enemy tanks still alive. This tank here is not dead yet either. But the good news is the enemy trying to get into our backlines has died. The AI is also still giving commands to the tank, so we need to be aware of that. You are probably really important right now. You've taken a lot of damage, but if I wait till you're here, you can shoot at him. He's not moving this turn. He's got no orders. You should be able to kill him, and that is the end of that unit. Patchwork has lost its right arm. I didn't notice that, so it only has its handgun available to it. That's a bit annoying, but that's okay. It's a shotgun handgun. Coming up here probably isn't the best way to go. You know what? We could actually refactor this turn. Instead of getting you to shoot at him, why not get you to shoot at him? Because this guy we can kill with. We bring you to here. Get you to use your shotgun pistol. Let's bring it to here actually, where we get the best range. That should deal with this mech and take it out of the fight. And then once you've done that, let's get you to just wait while you're shooting. And then we'll get you to move up to here. I want you to come this way. And you can start capturing this for us. I don't have enough movement left to do that. That's okay. Hotshot is still in great condition. I'm quite happy just for it to sit up here and shoot. I want you to shoot at this mech here. We just have to be very aware of those shots that our tanks don't drive into the range of it. You're going to be too hot to fire again. That's fine. You can just sit there. You're going to be safe to fire when you get to here. Do you have a shot on this mech? He is out of range. Does that mean he's too close or too far away? He's too close. Everything's too close. What else do you have a shot at? You can hit him, but he's already going to be dead. I don't really want you shooting at tanks. That's kind of what you've got a choice of. Why don't you shoot at this tank here? Because some of your shots will clip through him, probably. And that'd be quite nice. And then you've already got your orders. So everybody's got orders. Move and shoot, move and shoot. Okay. Now my vehicles. Tank, I don't want you to move. I just want you to shoot as soon as you're cool enough. Take a shot at this tank here. Tank up here. Again, I don't want you moving. Take a shot. I see you've actually got a really long range weapon. Interesting. So, but you've got only got a 50% chance penalty to shoot at close-up targets. So why don't you shoot at him? Whoa, way too hot. Shoot at him. That's going to be your whole turn. Autocannon mech tank that is here. Stop moving. Give me an attack as soon as you can, as soon as you're cool enough. So there, you're going to be cool enough. And the other autocannon tank, you don't have anything in range right now. You are going to take some fire. Why not get you to drive to here? And then as soon as you're docked, shoot down at him and we'll take him out. And that's going to be our turn. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay, amazingly, this mech is still alive, but he's about to eject. This mech here is still in very good condition. This mech here is ejecting. In terms of enemy tanks, we destroyed both of the enemy tanks we wanted to this turn. So the only enemies we still have left to deal with are this tank here, and this just absolute brick of the R2 leader is just taking so much damage. He does have a beam weapon train on him right now. Let's get the railgun shooting at him too. He's in... No, let's actually just leave that for a second because he's a bit too close. But as soon as we go to here... Okay. He should be in better range there. What if we get you to step back to here and then shoot at him? Yeah, 100% chance to hit. Excellent. Make sure nobody crosses that line. You with the minigun, the muskrat... I'm a bit scared to get you to shoot at anything, to be honest, because you just do so much damage. If I get you to shoot at this tank here, well, first of all, you're way too hot to shoot at them. They'll be up there when you open fire. You're not going to hit them. I mean, you're going to hit them for like a second, but then you're not. What about shooting at this tank here as soon as you're able to do so without overheating? So you could drill away at him. Are you alive? Are you okay? You're very badly damaged. We don't want to lose that mech, but this mech here is ejecting, so he's out of the fight. He's also ejecting, he's out of the fight. You're kind of out of the fight too. Let's just get you to capture this, even though we don't need to. And you can actually be here to, as soon as it comes around the corner, shotgun him. Oh, he's going to shoot at you. Well, I don't want that to happen then. In that case, just come back here and hide. That's all I want you to do, is just come back and hide. You got your orders. You got your orders. You're beaming him, which I'm pretty happy with. That's all I really want you to do this turn. So once you finish beaming, I just want to make sure you're not going to hit somebody else. No. So once you finish beaming here, I want you to run. Oh, you can't run up here. That's frustrating. Come around this way. I don't want you to run up here because I don't want you to collide with this mech here. And then in terms of our vehicles, you've just got a move command. I don't want you to do that. I want you to take a shot at him. Oh, you're not going to be able to take a shot at him. What am I talking about? You haven't really got a target this turn, have you? You could, I don't think you know if you're cool enough, but you could take a shot at him. Yeah, okay, you can take a shot at him. You will be cool enough to do it. This tank here, don't move. Why have we got a collision? Because this, okay, we need to make sure nobody's moving here. You do have a shot at waiting for it to move. You have a shot at him here, so take that shot there. Don't worry about the collision, we're going to deal with that. Now you... I'm just trying to make sense of these orders. You're shooting at him when he gets in front of you. That's actually great. You're not going to get hit by that tank fire. No, so it's just this guy here. Don't move. Instead, move to here, and then move up to here. And when you're in range, you can also shoot at that tank and take it out. Okay, I think we're good for orders. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, he's down. He's down. So the only enemy left on the battlefield is this tank here. Not the one that I've got highlighted, but there's a tank behind it. So we'll just deal with this very carefully, and the way I'm going to do that is we're going to shoot it with a railgun. And that should be all I need to do. I'll just make sure all these vehicles have no orders, because I don't want them to do something stupid and get killed. I want to get our reputation up. Okay, they've not got any orders. Why don't you come up here and capture this, just because we can, and then we'll get you to come up here and try and run to capture this, but you're not going to make it. And that should be all we need to do. And we didn't lose any allied units, which is the bonus. That was a fun fight. I know we didn't move around a lot, but there was a lot to think about, and I really enjoyed that. Alright. We should be able to get a lot of salvage here. Yes. Blackbird medium workshop charge, Nox light, sniper rifle charge, railgun charge, melee charge, missile launcher charge, heat sink charge, hydraulics charge battery. An MS XL Antares Mark III Saber. This does heat. So we've got 30 concussion damage, which isn't that much, 175 impact damage, and 70 heat damage. So this will put heat on to enemy mechs. That's really cool. We've also got an MCS Slicer. This is a combat knife. That's actually a lot of damage for a little knife. That's pretty cool. Then Patchwork apparently is intact, but apparently we need to recover some components from it. That makes sense. Mech 574 is an Asgard. It's got a one-shot compact launcher, a heavy arm that we might grab. This is the leader. This is the mech that took a ton of damage. That arm has 405 integrity, but no barrier. Interesting. This mech here is worthless. Auto shotgun here. We've got an uncommon handgun here. An uncommon arm. These Asgard parts look pretty cool. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here, but I'm not interested. This is the cool stuff here. We also have 170 points to spend on salvage, but we're obviously grabbing these. We're going to grab both of these. The Slicer is interesting. Like, it's a secondary weapon, which I think would go quite well on a light mech as a close combat weapon. It has 122 damage, which isn't a lot, but 122 damage to one component is pretty nice. I would like to try and make use of the Antares. It looks cool as hell. All right, let's have a look here. Do I want the Starburst Heavy Launcher? Well, sorry, I don't want that. This shotgun, the Shred 6.4, does 590 impact damage. That's quite a lot. Let's grab this shotgun. That's a new weapon to put on the Patchwork. I would also like to up armor the Patchwork and make it a bit more of a heavy mech if it's going in with a shotgun. So let's grab the Asgard components, right? Let's get it Asgard parts. Now, we need an upper body. We can get this blackboard. That's a medium body part, so we'll have a look at that. We do need a heavy part for it. I could grab this. It has 709 integrity. Well, let me just grab that because we can. That puts us 5 over budget, sadly. So we can't grab this. It's currently got a medium body. I'm not too happy with that. We could not take the knife. Oh, they don't cost anything to salvage, so there's no point not to take that. But what we could do is not take the launcher, because I don't want the launcher. If I scrap it, we can take this component instead. We could also just salvage it for the components. Let's do that. Okay, that was a great little engagement. I'm really happy with that. Now, which zone got increased? Was it Hosfred? No. So that is going to update the threat level in Vremel quite a lot. Let's pull back a little bit and just come up with a decision on what we want to do next. We're going to wait till the mechs are repaired. I actually want to have a look. If we jump into the workshop, we could make some really cool stuff right now. So we can make Blackbird medium components. We can make, what's this? Upper body or lower body. That's pretty cool. And I can make uncommon. That will cost me 135 supplies. I might do that just to see what it comes out. What else can we make that's new? We can make melee weapons, so I can order sabers, cutters, blades, and axes. Also secondary weapons of the same. No, I can only make secondary weapons, okay. Heavies, we've only got one choice. I can make primary and secondary missile launchers. Heat sinks are something I want to build. I can make them for 60. But I actually want to see what comes out if we build a Blackbird. What I really want to do actually is get to a rare component, but we need experimental assembly for that. I've got just enough to build that, so I'm going to order that to be constructed. For now, I want to pull back to safe territory and just kind of rethink our current strategy. Right, what is this? Oh. It's quiet on... Oh, we had this in the last campaign. It's quiet on the road, and you stop to let the pilot stretch your legs. Before you return to the base, though, one of your pilots comes bounding up to you, a bundle in her arms. Look what I found, she cries. He was just wandering around out here. No collar, no owner, no nothing. The bundle shifts, and two black eyes look out at you. The ball of fur looks to be a Samoyed dog. It barks once, then pants happily. He must be the only a few years old, and his ears twitch expectantly as he looks up to you. Can we keep him? Your pilot asks. Her ears are practically twitching too. A few other pilots have come over to look at what's going on and now looking at the dog. I promise you won't make a fuss. Look at what a good boy he is. She and a few of the other pilots look at you, waiting for your answer. Well, I'm sorry, if we take the dog, then we get the dog, and we reduce pilot fatigue. Damn right we're taking the dog. And this looks like a patrol. I don't want to deal with a patrol right now, but everyone is almost fully repaired. So now that we're fully repaired, let's just jump into our units. Patrick, first of all, is due a rebuild. So, let's get you with the Asgard body, the Asgard lower body, the Asgard arm on your left, and the good arm on your right. And then we're going to go in with offhand sword, right hand. Oh my, you can I can actually make you dual wield. I'm not going to do that, but how cool is that? I'm going to also go with the shotgun sword. We're going to give you the shotgun. You're going to be a close combat machine. That looks really cool. Patchwork finally has a color scheme. I'm very happy with that. Patchwork's now level 4.8. What else do we have here? We've got Arrow and Nox body parts. We've got medium lower legs that I might want to give to somebody. The one thing we have to be aware of is this is now a heavy, and it won't have a dash to start with, so that might be a problem. We'll have to keep our eyes out for that. In terms of our other mechs, Hotshot, I'm pretty happy with you. Distracted Muskrat, I'm pretty happy with you. Riftbat, in terms of your left slot, I can now give you a handgun, which I think I will do. That just stops the game shouting at me. It wants me to give a secondary weapon to the Muskrat, but there's something I can put in there. Let's just check on the Hotshot if there's any components here that I could replace. So you've currently got level 3 upper. This piece has more power and more thruster power, so let's swap that over. In terms of lower, we've got these legs. Way more integrity, more hit dissipation, a little bit more mass. Let's swap to those. Left arm. More integrity. That's a better arm. That has integrity and barrier. Let's put this arm on... Okay, less integrity. Let's do it. So let's upgrade the left arm. And we don't want to give it the sword. As much as I really want to use the sword, and I really want to use the sword, I'm resisting the urge to do it for now. We need a good light mech to really make that shine. We could go sword and shield, which would be pretty interesting, but let's just leave it with the railgun for now. The good news is we've got a shotgun. We're losing the heavy launcher, which I'm pretty happy with. It wasn't really doing a lot for me. Let's maybe start thinking about liberating one of these provinces. Let's have a strategic think. We've got two provinces here, Firland and Vremel. Vremel has the capability for us to pick up experimental components from enemies in it, so I kind of want to leave that as it is. If we take Firland in the next session, we can then use that as a stepping point to then increase the danger in Vremel and try and farm equipment from here when the enemy starts sending hunter-killer squads to take us out. I think that's what we're going to do next time. But for now, I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you've enjoyed that pretty chaotic fight we just had. We came out of it successfully. We were also able to use the home guard, which is really nice. They now like us more. Next time we record, I think will be after Tactical Tuesday, which means there should be an update to the game again. They do one the second Tuesday of every month. If not, we'll see what happens. We'll also find out what this Blackbird part we're producing looks like. But I'm really happy with the progress we've made in this session. Hope you are too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.